Hello and welcome back. Going into the third hour here of week 25. Neil, what's going on?
What is going on? You guys are in Port Taylor. You've done your shits, and you have rested for the night, if I recall.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You wake up in the morning, go about your day.
Okay, I think Vincent or Victorian, sorry, weren't you going to find a boat master, a captain, if you will? Wasn't that the
Um,
plan?
yeah, we could start off the day doing that.
So,
So I go
go
to his
find.
friend,
Yeah.
Captain Nim,
hmm
and I say, "Look, friend, I'm looking to charter a boat to take passage my friends. I think we number at 5 now, and our war horses
Well,
to
shit, you're a
Greenwall.
day late.
Is that so? Or Green
Yeah.
Harbor?
Uh, Duke Catthorn just closed the ports this morning.
Hmm.
Said no
Because of
ships
this,
to leave and no one's to leave the city one way or the other.
because of these missing people.
I suppose so. Didn't really give us a reason. And
All
again,
right,
he's Duke. He doesn't have to give us a reason. He just says snap two, and we snap two.
of course. Look, supposing we do get passage to leave eventually, and the harbors open up again. Can I count on you to be our guy?
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Be
I'll look
honest,
into
I
this.
can't wait to get out of this town. And
Why? Why is
if
that?
I leave, I probably won't become. People are going missing. The
Oh, really?
the Duke's daughter, her personal bodyguard, powerful fucking man. If if she got captured from out from underneath him, I can't even imagine what we're going up against.
Something not good. All right.
Something not good.
Look, appreciate it. We're gonna look into this whole thing and see if we can't get this problem alleviated. Get it, Leah? That's your name. It's alleviated. Yes. Uh, anyways, thank you. And we kind of go out and I just grab the nearest military guy. Like, if someone wants to talk to the Duke about this whole problem, where would they go?
He looks you up and down. Your powerful, manly armor, your skull face, the sweat glistening from underneath. He goes, if you're here about the reward for about with regards to the Duke's daughter, you can go see him at the town hall. He holds court there every day.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, friend.
Okay. Do you round up the rest of the party, or are you going just the two of you?
I'll go grab the rest, yeah.
Cool. All the party except for Helen and the baby head off to the town hall, where they stand in line for a few minutes while whoever's in front of them does their thing, blah blah blah. And then it is finally your chance, four of you, to speak to Duke Catthorn.
So yeah, I stand before him. I say, Honorable Duke Catthorn, I would like to offer up the services of myself and my friends in finding out about these disappearances.
Ah, you. I was warned of your coming. The lot of you. You are the dark riders they speak about.
Dark
smirk.
Riders. Well, I mean, if
Is that what they call us?
Yes, yes. The man in the black armor with the giant with the sword longer than his body. The old man and
Really? It's just the
woman.
old man? Nothing else?
I laugh like that.
It's kind of disappointing.
look, Duke, I also understand that the rumor that circulates us is not necessarily truthful. We are not here to cause trouble. We do not hurt innocents. We will defend ourselves against tyranny, and we will kill oppressors. But we're not here to cause you any harm at all.
Were you a lot of murdering psychopaths hell bent on destroying the world? I would welcome you with open arms if you could save my daughter.
Well, we fall very far short of that, but we do want to save your daughter. So, what I ask is, I would like to talk to the bodyguard. I would need passage to that. And
The coward has been thrown in prison for his
I know.
failures.
But he's a witness. I'm not asking to free him. I'm just asking to speak with him.
Also, if I may ask, I'm a spellcaster, and if you happen to have a hairbrush...
I like look over and I'm just like,
I'm sorry. It is early in the
With
day,
his-
but she is drunk.
Well, hold on. Let her finish her sentence. She
with
said,
a strand of hair on it. It would be lovely.
"A hairbrush of my daughter's with a strand of her hair.
Hair, yes.
Will this help you find her?"
It might.
"Yes, we shall be yours." He looks to one of his men, and just gives him a nod, and the guy scampers off. "I am counting on the 4 of you. I have closed this city to all people entering or exiting. Anyone seen trying to escape the city is to be killed on sight. If you can find who is responsible for this, I can lift the embargo on the town. You may go your way. Very wealthy. I can give you lands. I can give you titles. I can give you riches, armor, arms, whatever you need."
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. You said armor.
Yes.
Of the full plate variety, perhaps.
If you can rescue my daughter, I will give you each a brand new set of glistening plate mail, if that
Alright.
is your desire.
Neil, you can't see it, but I just popped a 7-inch boner. So, yeah. Yes, friend, we will do everything in our power. Like I said, is it okay if we speak to this bodyguard?
I'll have Muck take you down to the dungeons below. He
Gentleman
can.
Muck.
can I trade my set of armor for perhaps a ship?
So plate.
We'll
The rewards
negotiate
will
the.
be great, whatever they may be. The details do not matter.
Okay.
Right.
And can you make sure they say Zesty Zanzel, not the old man from now on?
I have no more power over these people and how they speak than
If you say something, it becomes
You. He
Zesty
looks around,
Zanzel.
stands up, rails his staff on the ground and says, "Let this man henceforth be known as Zesty Zanzil, and no longer the old man. Shall anyone call him the old man, they shall be thrown in the dungeons for not less than a fortnight."
I just start bowing to
I look up to the air and I'm like, oh my fucking god, this is ridiculous.
However,
All right.
shall this man fail to rescue my daughter, he shall
Oh.
forever be known as the old man and left in the stockades in the town square until he dies.
I
Well,
just
I
let out
mean-
like a
Can we rename him to the old fool if he fails?
Not sure we should go the whole death route thing because we are volunteering to help, but again, we'll negotiate that later. We're going to do everything we can, all right? And then I flip my cape and go, "This way, friends."
Okay.
Zesty Zanzel, go!
We need the hairbrush. Do I get the hairbrush, Neil?
He says that they'll give his messenger will bring it down to you guys in the dungeons.
Okay.
Muck will take you down right now.
We follow Muck to the dungeons.
Okay, you guys go to the dungeons. Following Muck, you arrive down there. It's quite a path. The dungeons are located underneath at least this set of dungeons, underneath the town hall itself, and you go down about 6 floors underground. You're quite a ways down there. It's pretty much pitch black except for whatever torchlight you have, and there's plenty of torchlight as you guys go down. But reaching the actual dungeons, it looks like the prisoners are kept in complete blackness. For as you walk past each door and you look in through the windows, that prisoners shield their eyes from the light until you come to the last cell. And opening the door of the last cell, there is a man who is physically chained to the wall, his hands and legs kind of spread eagle. He is wearing tattered clothes that look soiled and dirty and disgusting. The smell of human filth and night soil just fills the room, and he lets out low moans and groans of suffering.
Muck, what is this man's name?
His name was Captain Helgar.
Captain
Now-
Helgar.
His name is just shit.
Coming from Muck, I can see where that name originated. Thank you. We'll need that comb for Leah as soon as possible.
He just grunts and watches you guys.
I walk in and I say, Captain Helgard, my name is Victorian Black, and we are here to do right by your wrong and perhaps help give you a chance at redemption. Can you help us?
He just looks up at you with these puffy eyes that are squinting against the bright torchlight being held by Muck. And he goes, I couldn't help her.
I
Couldn't
understand.
save her. I can barely even hold a sword anymore.
I just need you to tell us what happened that night. I just need you to tell us anything you can about what assailed you. Perhaps a charisma check on it, its strength.
I was escorting the princess to the temple. And then I don't remember. So someone showed up, a black cloak or a blue cloak, and everything's foggy, and I don't remember. Next thing I know, the princess is being lifted up, and I raise my sword to fight back, and I swing it clumsily, and then the princess is gone, and I come to. I'm on the ground, and a bandit is a common thug is trying to pick my pockets while I'm unconscious. I get to my feet to chase him off, and take a swing at him, which should have cut him in half, and I miss, and he runs away, and I can't even chase after him, and
Are you hurt? Are you disoriented? Why can't you chase him?
I was a little foggy and groggy, but I don't know how to use a sword anymore. I can't. And he just starts sobbing silently again. I failed her. I failed her. He cries to himself.
What do you mean you don't know how to use a sword?
He was made to forget one, friend. Zanzel, Leah, do you know of anything that could do this?
I mean, many things could do this, but it'd be very hard to pinpoint one. Were you fed anything, good sir?
I eat many things, but I eat the same as everyone else.
Any special meals the night of or the day of?
No.
We only noticed these problems as this man in a robe assailed you, correct?
I don't remember much. I don't remember if it was a man or a woman or even a
the
human.
person. That's not important. What I'm saying is, well, I guess it could be important, but these things started happening to you when that thing appeared, yes?
Yes. I am his Lord Duke's personal bodyguard, the strongest sword in 7 cities.
Okay. Anything else you can tell us? This is your personal experience, but have you heard rumors? Has there been other strange occurrences that you would know about?
The young priest that went missing.
Go
Ryan,
on.
you were trying to talk, by the way.
Yeah.
Missing.
If you were given a sword now, could you use it, or did you only forget in that moment?
Unchain me from this wall. Put a sword in my hands. Let me find this person. Let me slay this person that has taken her.
How does Muck react to this when he says that?
Muck is not reacting to anything. He's just kind of standing in the back, arms crossed, a big wooden cudgel in his hand, just kind of growling and squinting.
Mucking about.
I tossed him a stick from somewhere in the...
He's chained to the wall, like physically.
So it bounces off his head, but go on.
Yeah.
Can he... Okay, yeah, never mind.
He can't even reach down to the ground to touch it.
I don't do that.
I turn to Muck and be like, "May we proceed? At least one hand."
I'm
Muck
gonna
shakes his
whisper.
head. Prisoner stays.
All
I'm
right.
gonna whisper to Zanzel. Do you have detect magic? Do you have detect magic?
For today? No.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm out.
Leah,
if
do you have
he
any
was-
way of reading this man's mind? I mean, there's a chance he was unconscious or he just doesn't remember, but perhaps...
Yeah. I think not today. Not right now.
Okay.
There would be something to do to find out if he's under the effect of magics right now, but I would need to sleep on it. And I think Zenzel would too, apparently.
Okay. Well, Captain Helgard, you've been most helpful, and I do apologize for your situation. We will do what we can to make right by this wrong.
He Just kind of nods and says nothing.
Muck, anything of that comb?
I don't know anything about a comb. I'm just in charge of the dungeons.
We were supposed to be brought a comb.
Well, then it must be coming. Be patient.
Very good. So,
Is there anything else you guys want to do down here?
Nope. I guess we just start walking out.
Okay. On your way up the dungeon, up the staircase, the messenger arrives with the comb. He hands you the comb, Leia, and it is, as combs are, filled with people's hair.
Perfect. I
I
put
guess
it in
it's
my
a brush,
pouch.
not a comb. But yeah.
so Leah, you'll need tonight to do this, or do you need to sleep on it?
Yeah,
or-
I'll need to sleep on it. I didn't
Ah.
plan on finding people today.
All right. Zanzel, you're a man of apparently many realms. Any
Hi.
ideas as to what we're dealing with or anything?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. We need to see more, obviously. I have been thinking, though, Tariq, you should be Tariq the Terrible.
You're still in the nickname thing.
Still
Okay.
on it. I think it's got some legs.
Okay. So I think it would appear we need to sleep on this, potentially talk to Captain Hilgard tomorrow to get more information. I'm not sure without... I mean, apparently the comb could maybe... Leah, could you locate this girl, or how's the comb going to help you?
Actually, it's not as useful as I thought originally, but I can tell us if she's still alive.
I guess that's something. That would be something.
I
What the
feel
hell
like
do you
it
have up
could
your
use-
sleeve, Leia?
Past life, motherfucker.
You actually could do that. Although, I think it only works if the person's
yeah,
dead.
by touching the remains, blah blah blah. The remains, blah blah blah.
I think
Wait,
remains
wait.
means dead,
No,
though.
no. It says the remains can be any age, and only a tiny fragment is required, such as a bone splinter or a strand of hair.
But, well,
Strand of hair.
Neil,
Yeah, but
go ahead, Neil.
I would see the mental image of the deceased former appearance if she's dead. If she's not dead, then I will get no reading, which means she's still alive. So I just need to touch the strand of hair.
It's true.
Very clever, Jen. Very clever. Let's see if it holds up.
Read it again. It's working.
I know what I read. I know what you read.
Look, tonight, as opposed to just wasting time, because we need to get out of here and solve this thing, we should probably ask questions around, and we shouldn't do it individually. We should at least pair up. So,
I wanna go with
Zanzel,
Tariq.
do you want to work with Tariq?
That's
And I'll
great.
work with Leah?
Sounds fantastic.
Okay, and we'll meet up, let's meet up at at midnight, and we'll
Okay.
talk about what we found then. How's that sound at the Sea Dragon?
Sounds great. Don't engage in anything, unless we're all
No,
there.
not until we know what we're dealing with. Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
I'll sacrifice Tariq if we need to get out quickly. And I just
All
kind of
right.
like chuckle.
Leah, you have that ring of invisibility, right? Or not the invisibility. You have Oh no, you have the ring of invisibility, right?
Yeah, I don't think we gave it to anyone else.
Jen.
I have it, yeah.
Oh, very good. You answered the question. Okay, yeah. So if things really do hit the fan, you can at least do that. Okay. Yeah, let's ask questions, get a description of this girl. Let's find out why this temple seems to be some form of central crime scene thing, and we'll meet up at midnight. Good?
Sounds good. We'll see you tonight. Victorious
All right.
Victorian.
Oh, Zanzel. You crazy old kook.
I'll think of one better. If we just keep going.
Yeah.
Then
So
we
Lee
split
and
off
I
now.
probably head towards, I don't know, the church area district, and we're going to ask about what people saw, heard, rumors, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you just go around looking for rumors and stuff.
Yeah, I'm offering up like I'm telling people, hey, tell people there's 5 gold in it if anyone can give us important and good information that I deem necessary to the investigation.
Okay. So you just kind of go around town asking, do you have anything about this investigation? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, well, I get like a description of the girl. I ask if they've been hearing any funny things at night or seeing anything, or if there's a weird visitor that's been taking up residence that they aren't sure about, that kind of stuff.
Okay. You get, with a price like 5 gold, you get a lot of answers. A lot of answers. So I'm just going to start listing things that people will tell you, and then you tell me if you pay them 5 gold or not, or
Okay.
how you react to it. So the first guy says that he's seen something weird. There's been a guy who's been hanging out near the cemetery of the church lately at night. Not sure what he's doing out there, but he's been out there the last 3 nights at least. There's been a lantern lit out in the cemetery, and someone's been out there digging something last couple nights. He thinks it's really fucking creepy.
I give him a gold. I say thank you. That helps.
But it's 5 gold. I heard the promise was.
Yeah, if it leads to something, I'll find you and I'll give you the other 4. But this is just something weird.
Well, how? Look, who? There's people disappearing. There's a man digging in the cemetery. He's burying bodies. He's burying the people he's kidnapping and killing.
It's just like a stone skull mask face staring at him. Just
He takes off. The next person reports that he's seen a few of the orcs from Green Harbor have been in town. They've been keeping residents down by one of the abandoned buildings on the dock, part of the one of the older ones that's been falling apart. And the pack of orcs has been just hanging around there and sneaking out at night, but never during the daylight. They might be involved in the disappearing people because people have only been disappearing past couple of days, past couple of weeks, and these orcs have been there for a while now, maybe about a month.
down by where are they?
They're down by the harbor, on the west end of the harbor.
Okay, west end of the harbor.
Mhm.
I give that person 5 gold. Sure.
Okay. You have another person approach you, and they are talking about how they believe they were the last person to see the priest alive. The priest had just got done doing mass. Everyone was leaving. This woman went up to the priest, was talking to him about religious stuff. Does so and so do blah blah blah? Why it's unfortunate, veracity this, just general kind of chatting with your priest sort of behaviors. And as they were leaving, the priest said that he had to head to the Duke's house, and that was that night the priest went missing. The townsperson says she believes the priest was on her way to the Duke's house.
Okay. I say thank you, but that doesn't help at all.
What? I was the last person to see him alive. I know where he was going.
Yeah, I mean, heading towards the Duke's house.
If he disappeared between here and the Duke's house, that tells you something. Otherwise, the Duke would have been the last person to see him alive.
Right? The other person, his daughter, disappeared near the temple.
Motherfucker! Woman just starts cursing you out and spits at you and kicks the ground away as she walks away, shouting "He's not giving any money! He's lying, everyone!" It's very,
I paid
very
2 people. She's just a total wench. She's a wench. It's fine.
Yeah. A few minutes later, or a half hour later, you have a pair of children approaching you, kind of shaking in their boots, and they say they've seen a mysterious woman walking around at night,
What was she
dressed
wearing?
all in purple.
Go on, children. Where did you see this woman?
We saw her over by the graveyard earlier.
And what makes her mysterious?
She's walking around at night by herself, and she's dressed all in purple by the graveyard.
Okay.
I think she might be a ghost.
What makes you say that?
The kids kind of exchange glances. The graveyard at night by herself. She's got to be a ghost.
You only see her at night?
Well, that's the only time we're over by the graveyard. That's where our secret hideout is.
Your secret hideout? Okay.
Yeah, we have a secret hideout. It's in some of the bushes, and we can see her from there.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is the beginning of something helpful, and I don't want to get you guys too rich too fast because I know what that does to people. I heard of this kid in a town Justice Bieberus, and he turned into a total dick. So I'm going to give you 1 gold, and if you can, from your fort and being safe, tell me more, I'll give you another gold. Okay?
Okay, yay! And they run off.
After I give him the gold.
Right. Let's see. What else do you hear? You hear about this, that someone comes to you. They're kind of a little bit more cagey than the other people. They ask to, speak in private, and she stands close to you, kind of whispering almost. And he says, I think the Duke kidnapped his own daughter. I think that's why they locked up the swordsman, Captain Helgar, because there's no real
Why do you
evidence.
think this?
Let's just say I run in some circles that have eyes and ears everywhere. We have a guild in town. Enough, you know what I mean.
Sure.
The Duke here has been kind of trying to gain financial control over Lake Tasia. He wants Port Tyler to be the central port of trade rather than Charm. But Charm, with all the military there, it's a larger city. It's naturally the bigger port. So I think there's been rumor that the Duke he glances around and then whispers, distributed poisoned food supplies to the nearby towns. This whole closing off the port is just a big stunt so that none of the poisoned food ships into Port Tyler. A couple weeks, all the towns around that lake are going to be sick, except for Port Tyler. And where's everyone going to want to bring their goods? Here.
But why capture his own daughter?
Needs to make a big deal, needs to have a good reason to close the city, otherwise it's going to look too suspicious.
Where do you think he would put her?
He shrugs. He's the Duke. He can put her anywhere. I'm sure he's got a dozen hidden secret spots throughout the town.
We keep hearing of a lady of purple. Mysterious lady or man. Some person at night near a graveyard in purple. Do you know anything of this?
No. Purple's a rare dye, hard to come by.
Okay. Well, your theory is interesting and definitely worth looking into. So here's 5 gold at the very least. And I would just tell you that I, of course, won't tell anyone what you've told me, but if you hear more, I would love it if you'd come to me and help share.
It's kind of hard to hear more with the port blocked off. But you might want to take a chat into some of the captains who have been around. If they've been sailing to other cities, poison food has to get out somehow to get back in, right?
Interesting.
Or take a look at some of the supply ships that have been moving around. And with that, he kind of ducks out of the inn where you're staying into the night.
I'm gonna go up to my room, guys. I have some ideas.
Well, it's just you and me.
Oh. Well, I'll come back. Just give me like 15 minutes. I have some ideas.
The last person to approach you before the rest of the party reconvenes is a kind of a young mom. She's got a baby on her hip as she approaches you. She looks, kind of underfed and a little malnourished. Her clothes are pretty tattered. And she approaches you saying, I don't know if this will help, but my husband disappeared.
Go on, please.
We don't have much. It's just the two of us and the little one here. And we're out of work. My husband lost his hand in an accident and can't work anymore, so it's just the 3 of us on the streets. But a couple nights ago, he went missing. He had gotten some word of work through some unsavory folk. He didn't ask what it was. I didn't ask what it was. When you're poor enough, you don't care what the work is as long as it gets you fed. And he didn't come back.
Where was he last? I mean, where was he going?
He didn't say. He was meeting up with some people down by the docks. But after that, he didn't know where he was going. It was just the rendezvous point. He left the house, the shack, and I haven't seen him since. It's not like him to disappear.
Have you heard of other men disappearing as well, or is it just your husband?
There have been whispers. People going out into the night, not coming back. People, people disappearing sometimes.
Well, thank you. And of course, your information is most helpful. Here's 5 gold, and I hope it helps. Actually, here's 10 gold.
She thanks you profusely, bows many, many times, and leaves with the child. Let's flip over to the rest of the party. JP/Ryan, what are you guys doing?
Well,
You
when
mean-
we depart, I'm just like, Tariq, how you want to handle this?
Well, I was actually going to ask you, Zanzel, do you have any sort of, I don't know, tools at your disposal that would make this easier or more efficient somehow?
Well, I could. I mean, yes, but no. If
It's
that
very
makes any sense.
cryptic. It does
I'm a
not make
cryptic
any
guy.
sense.
Maybe cryptic Zanzel is better than. Anyways, what? I was thinking that instead of going all hocus pocus and revealing that I'm in fact a magic user like our other party member, we should just go hit the slums, see what they know. Usually they know the most.
Yeah, if there's no, nothing you can do in private to aid us or whatever, yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Sounds good. Let's depart for the shittiest part of town. We go to the shittiest part of town now.
The shittiest part of town is the west end of the harbor. That's the old harbor. Everything there is kind of fallen apart. Ships don't really dock there except for the poor fishermen who, kind of live on their boats. The section of town just inland from that dock is where all the slums are. There are a couple of old collapsed buildings or semi-collapsed buildings that have been turned into just homes for street urchins and whatnot. This is where you'll typically find like 5 families living in one house by themselves to part of town. There's a lot of you get a pretty sleazy feeling just walking through this section of town.
Okay. As we enter it, in